Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Veterans Mastermind Mission Rewired. I'm Sonia Budrow. I'm your co-host, along with Mac McDaniel. And here we're honoring the veterans today in honor of their service that they have served our country. And we want to, celebrate this hour with them. And we have Jason Miller and Nathan Wheeler as our special guests. And then Mac McDaniel, he is also a veteran that's served his country. And then we have a surprise guest here, Tami McVay. She's also served. And I'd like to start with Jason and then go around to each of you to Nathan, Mac, and then Tami. Can you briefly share which branch of service that you served in and what inspired you to join the military?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me on. It's awesome to be a part of something on Veterans Day. I usually don't do these things. I usually reserve these days for myself, but we thank you for everyone that served, and more importantly, those that aren't here. Um, I served 23 years in the U.S. Army retired as an infantry first sergeant. And what inspired me to join the military is it wasn't really an option. And I don't mean in a bad way. It's my family of men and my family go all the way back to we had cousins that fought against each other in the Civil War. So it's very much in the bloodline of my family that all the men serve. And there again, I'm sure my youngest son will too. So it's carrying on a family tradition that's been alive and well since this country's existed.
Awesome. And Nathan?
Well, I was active Army for 11 years. Wrapped up my career out here at Fort Carson. And it's interesting because like my journey to the military it's not like a sexy one. It wasn't like, hey, I just want to stand up and do the things. I actually never had any intent to join the military out of resentment for my father. And it's not something I talk about very often, to be honest with you, but whatever. We're just going to keep it all 100% today. And, my sister, we were all involved in some things that we probably shouldn't have been. And things just got a little too close to home. And I decided it'd probably be good to leave. And I ended up joining the military fresh out of high school. And it wasn't until I went to combat that I realized, like, hey, this is a game that I can play, and this is a game that I can stay in, and it's something that really kind of called me to it. And it was after that just it changed my life in a lot of great ways. Right? Some people go to combat, and it's not a positive change. For me, it changed my life in the best of ways and allowed me to realize that there was a different way that I could exist with greater purpose. And a motivation to be a better human. And so it's a little bit about how and why I joined the military.
Awesome. Thank you. And Mac?
Uh, Probably pretty similar to what Jason was talking about with the family thing. Tracking back my family, my son was fifth generation out of six that were Marines. It was the end of Korea. My dad tried to get in. He had flat feet. Marine Corps wouldn't take him, and he became a cop. And I always laughed at the flat foot thing. For me, I was in a short time, just 4 years. I got out on a medical. It was in during Vietnam, but did not have to go. By the time I got out of my blow 'em up school, they were pulling the Marines out of Nam. And we don't always get to choose what we want to do when we serve, but I did it.